So the million dollar question is, what is going to be the effect on the market? Hello and welcome to this new video about capital gains. There have been recent changes in the new budget, and it is very exciting. A lot of people are not thinking with it, and some people who are thinking are confused. Will the market fall? Will the market go up? What will be the effect of this thing? I'm going to cover all of that very shortly, and there is like 1,000 videos about capital gains on the internet. So, I mean, if you want to learn more about it, you could probably just go there. And I'm going to give you a very small introduction. Simply, when you buy an asset and then you sell it off, if you made a profit, that is capital gain. Yeah, it can be any asset, it can be a property, it can be a share, some shares you bought for, say, Tata, and you sell those shares. If you sold at a profit, that is a capital gain. Or even anything else, like if you have a furniture or anything, if you have a car that you bought, and you, if, say, for example, you bought it for 10 lakh and you sold it for 20 lakh, so the additional 10 lakh you got is basically a capital gain. So bada simple hai. I mean, there's nothing much to talk about it. Before we go on, there are two capital gains. We'll cover this up very fast and we'll get to the point. Yeah, but it's necessary. Uh, so there are two kind of gains. One is long term, one is short term. If it is a long term capital gain, you can save tax on it. Long term is basically if you had a property that you bought and then are selling again. If it's been 2 years, agar 2 saal ho gaye, then it is a long term capital gain. That when you reinvest in a residential real estate, you don't have to pay the tax on that additional money you made. Normally, you make any income, you pay 35% tax, or say for the most part, I mean, somebody who's not doing a business cannot write off anything really, so he pays the whole thing. But uh, like gains from real estate have been like superb actually, and we're going to go into that in a moment. Uh, all right. So, what are the tax savings that one could have done with capital gains before this new thing came out? Was like if you made any gains which were long term, which means say a property that you held for more than 2 years, or say any shares of a company that you held for more than a year, if you sold them at a profit, उस profit को you could reinvest that profit in a residential real estate property, and you would not pay any tax. For example, say you are a founder of a company, उनके लिए ये ज़्यादा applicable है. Yeah, and they had a startup and whatnot. So I mean, the value of the shares, the money they put in was practically zero, and now say उनको funding आ गई है and they're selling his share, say 10% of his shares for 200 crores or 500 crores or whatever. So that 200 crores or 500 crores is he has to pay a capital gains tax on it. Now, if you invested that money in a residential property, you have to pay zero. So it's a sure short thing. So all of those people who are making that gain, or almost everyone, was reinvesting that. Or if you had a property, say somebody's grandfather bought the property in Vasant Vihar, like 1,000 square yards for say 10,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees or whatever, and now he's selling it for 100 crores basically. So almost all is a gain. There are certain things you can do to increase that 10,000 to a few crores maybe, but let's keep it simple. So आप समझ लो, everything is a profit, and now that profit, if you reinvest in a residential property, you basically you pay zero tax. So it was a very good scheme. One could do it forever and make a lot of white money and capital without having to pay any tax. So what has changed now? So अब वो जो रिबेट है ना, दैट रिबेट वाज अनलिमिटेड. नाउ इट इज अप टू ओनली 10 crores. For example, if a founder of a company, he sold his shares for 500 crores and he says now I'm going to invest those 500 crores in a residential property, तो वो नहीं हो सकता. मतलब वो इन्वेस्ट तो कर ही सकते हैं, but the rebate that he is going to get, the exemption he's going to get is only up to 10 crores. बाकी 490 crores पे उसको टैक्स देना पड़ेगा. और ये वैसे 1 अप्रैल 2023 से है, क्योंकि इस बजट में आया है. सो if one was to reinvest before 31st March 2023, he would get those gains. And practically, a lot of people have come to me, and to other people also, they've come and they're trying to buy big assets right now, 20 crores, 100 crores, 50 crores. Even some people are sitting with 500 crores and don't know what to do. So it's a golden period for all the brokers till 31st March if they have those deals and if they have that kind of contacts. But anyways, so this was a golden opportunity that people had. Also, if somebody has say sold a property which is worth 100 crores, now he's probably going to be looking and reinvesting. It's a good time. They should do it. If you're sitting with any capital gains right now which are above 10 crores, you should go and do it right now, because finding a deal also takes time. So the $1 million question is, what is going to be the effect on the market? So first of all, तो क्या होगा? I think a lot of sellers are going to start resorting to black again, and they're going to say, I don't want full white. पहले क्या होता था? Anybody selling a house for say even 50 crores was saying, I want everything in white, because he could just reinvest his profit. Say somebody had bought an asset for 20 crores and now he was selling for 50 crores, so 30 crores profit was there. So he could reinvest the 30 crores profit, and that would give him a, you know, zero tax liability. Actually, it was a great scheme. I mean, it was awesome. पर अभी क्या होगा? I think some of those people are going to say, अच्छा यार इतना चेक मत दो, थोड़ा सा कम कर दो. Maybe I'm not advocating that. I'm not saying it will 100% be that, but it is very likely that some people are going to start saying that. और जो large investments होती थी ना, like some founder sold his shares in my example, say somebody sold for 100 crores some portion of his stock in the company. He got some investment from some international firm or some big investor. So when he got the money, it was like a no-brainer. Just go and buy a very large property worth 100 crores or 50 crores. Go to DLF Camellias and buy a very large apartment, pay 40, 50, 60, 80, 90 crores, and that's that. I mean, it made all the sense because you're saving so much of money in taxes. Those investments are going to go down. I'm not saying large properties won't sell anymore, because it's not like they all got sold only because of capital gains, but they are going to suffer. Those particular investments, again, where a person is reinvesting only for saving capital gain. And the smaller segment of 10 to 20 crores will start to see more investors now, because say now somebody sells his property. In my same example, 20 की ली थी, 50 की बेच दी. He bought it for 20, he sold it for 50. Now he has 30 crores capital gain. Now this guy is going to say, no, I don't want 30 crores capital gain. You give me 20 in cash or 10 in cash or whatever, and he's trying to reduce his capital gain. So that 10 crore capital gain he's sitting with, he's definitely going to reinvest. But just think, some of these people who will resort to less white are also going to reinvest the cash. What else do you do with it? You go and buy another property. It's a trap, you know. So they're going to go, and so the money is going to rotate, and as far as that 10 crore capital gain is concerned, people are going to search for such properties. Like, why invest more when I'm only saving on 10 crores? I only want something where I can adjust my 10 crore capital gain. So I think this smaller segment of 10 to 20 crores, it should see more investors. If there is anything I have failed to answer, and if there is anything you want to know, you can always write to me, put a comment. I'm always available to answer anything. You can email me, and you can just call me. Do subscribe to my content, share it with people, your friends, families, enemies, whatever, and let me know what else I can make, so I know I'm not wasting my time. All right, have a great day.